So you ready for me to get your thing?
Yeah,
You
born
ready?
ready. I'm
You
ready.
ready? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. The other day, I was the Amazon guy showed up at my front door, and I didn't think I had anything ordered. He's like pounding on the door because normally they just dump it, right? But
Uh-huh.
he was pounding on my door, so I like run downstairs, open the door, and he's already gone. And there's this box. It looks like an old treasure chest, like from Spanish galleon or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got spray painted on it. Box of improbable things is what it's labeled. It's like it's got the Amazon logo and everything. I'm like, what the heck is this? So I brought it in and I opened it up, and there's all kinds of weird stuff in here. And your name was actually on the invoice for some reason.
Ooh.
So I think one of these things is for you.
Okay.
So let me get it. Let me get it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you can figure out, tell me about it or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. Here it is. It's a silver tricycle.
This thing is tiny.
I know.
It's like a handbag tricycle. It's like it's like travel size for your convenience.
Travel size?
Yeah.
Really?
It's kind of it's silver in color, but I feel like maybe it's not solid silver. It feels a little lighter. Maybe it's I was looking at a few of these online, to be honest. Might be why my name's on the invoice.
They track you. They track everything, don't they?
The ads that come up on my Instagram now, thanks to this searching this little puppy, it's rough. Let me tell you. Tricycles, unicycles, tires, pumps, you name it. The accessories are endless for these little babies. Wow. Anyway, this one doesn't feel like a solid silver. I think it might be a graphite model, which they're the fancy ones. They
Performance.
They make them hollow as well, but this particular one, if it is graphite, I'll have to test it out. Can I test it out and see if it's graphite? I mean, if it's not, it'll break under the weight of my very petite body. But hold up. Let me.
All right.
I'll just put it on the floor. It's got tiny little pedals, so you have to like. Really get on it. 1 second.
Be careful. Don't want you to fall.
Oh, it's graphite.
Graphite? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Oh man, it's really getting into my glutes.
Wow.
It has little mini brakes on it too. Woo!
Wow. That's very cool. Very cool.
Man, my quads really felt that. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to give it a go? It's really fun.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give it a go. Right. Thank you. Wow, that is small. I don't know. Let me take my headphones off. I don't want to splatter all over the place. I won't be able to hear you for a second. So hold on. Let's try. Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Did it?
I don't know if that was such a good idea. Here, take it back.
Okay, thanks.
Did I break it?
No, you didn't. You didn't even bend it, man. Graphite's amazing. Wow. This stuff.
Well, yeah, it does have a warranty with it. So if it is broken, we can get it replaced. So.
Can you check the bag for the little like travel saddlebags? There's these attachments for travel saddlebags to go on the back
yeah.
of it.
They did come. Here you go.
Okay, great. Put one there. That one goes on the back there, and you can put all sorts of knickknacks in there. I mean, it's not huge, but you can put your keys in there. You can put in candy, emergency candy, or a lozenge if you've got a bit of a sore throat that day and you don't want anyone to know. Just stash it in there. It'd be quite handy. The odd hair tie. I mean, not a problem for you, problem for me. But this is I'm so glad it arrived. I wondered, when you sometimes try something new and then it doesn't turn up from Amazon sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was that situation, but this is great. You know
So,
what? I think my husband might enjoy giving this a ride.
okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Is that just the home model, or can you use that for, going around the neighborhood or mountain tricycling or something like that? Or is that just
It's more road than
okay?
mountain.
Okay.
It really works much better on a smooth surface. It doesn't have the suspension needed for a bit of mountain biking. So
Okay.
I personally haven't tried it on a mountain, but look, you can, I wouldn't say never, but
Right.
I would probably recommend this particular model doesn't come with suspension. So
Okay.
I would
Okay.
recommend probably road would be most enjoyable ride. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know how you're very eco-friendly. So, I can see you riding around town, riding around Philly on that tricycle, or Atlanta, wherever you are.
Look, your calf muscles, my calf muscles would be better because of it.
Right.
Calves, quads, glutes, it gets everything downstairs, really gets it moving.
I'm sure. And one of the things that just coincidentally, I'm a member of the Philadelphia Council for Roads and Parks and Recreation, and we're talking about putting tricycle lanes in Philadelphia specifically
Really?
for tricycles.
I didn't know that was so popular here.
Well, it's up and coming, and I really think trying to get some of these cars off the road and get the bicycles off the road. They're just obnoxious. I think tricycles really is the way to go.
It really would make it, you wouldn't need bicycle parking because you can just pop this puppy inside of your handbag or your backpack.
Exactly.
And just take it into the office or improv show, wherever you're going, you could just take it with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's part of it too. The infrastructure needed for tricycle lanes and tricycle parking and the whole thing, just like you said, it's so much easier, so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's almost like, what do they call it when you get on the airplane? The carbon emission dropping.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
This is a breakthrough in carbon emission combating of the environment's damage,
Exactly.
It's
The
like
carbon, the carbon fiber in there, your carbon capture. It's everything you want.
Look at that. It's just like a picture of carbon health right there.
Can I ask you, how much did that run? Because it's not showing up on my account. I'm not even sure why it showed up here.
Yeah, well, the graphite model, it comes in around 755 right now. There's a special going though. You get, the little coupon. If you select the coupon button on Amazon, you get the 5% off. You can get that. I mean, 5% of $750 odd is quite a bit, really, when you think about it. So what's that? It's like 36
It's at least
roughly.
Well, I thought it was more like 200, but I'm bad at math.
Yeah, if you go for something you don't want to ride, you just want to like prototype it at home and really, become familiar with it. You can get like a hollow silver model for a good like 125.
Okay.
But look, if you're really confident that you want to give something like this a go, it's definitely worth the investment.
Right. Well, I know you're a social media influencer. Is this something you're going to be promoting?
Look, I have I actually have another account that's not under my name. It's a secret one.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's okay. I haven't launched it yet. It's on the verge of launching, so I'm happy to tell you about it. It's called Carbon Me. Carbon copy me. Actually, I was thinking of changing it too.
That's really cute. I like that.
Yeah. Although I've been brainstorming some other ideas. Do you have any ideas that I could like really influence the world with this carbon miracle?
Carbon miracle. Wow. I don't know. They put me on the spot like that. I have to put my marketing hat on. Carbon. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just coming up with a blank on this. But I mean, yes, I think carbon copy. I mean, what was the one?
Carbon Miracle, Carbon Copy, Carbon Me was the original one. I
Carbon
wanted to
Me.
keep it short, but
Yeah,
I kind of like Carbon Copy, but then it doesn't really talk about the bicycles. So I was thinking maybe Carbon Cycle, Carbon Copy Cycle, you know?
Carbon cycles, carbon
Yeah,
tricycles.
yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Tricarbon.
Well, here's no. What you got to do is
Yeah.
you roll it out online. I mean, you can change your name afterwards. Just you get your followers to put in suggestions. That'll help. They'll be invested. They'll be
A vote
invested in the
for this
name.
puppy? I
Yeah,
could give away a tricycle to the best voted name. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant.
absolutely.
I love it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I could get some famous people to write this on my Insta. Who should we get? Who do you think would,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
you know, she might need it right now. I hear there might be problems in her financial pipeline, so she might be open.
She might. She might.
Yeah, she might be.
Sports celebrities? I don't know. Who do you follow? Do you follow anybody?
I follow. Did you ever watch The New Girl, the TV show The New Girl?
Yes.
Yeah, Schmidt, the guy who played Schmidt. I think he'd rock one of these.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Right.
He'd get down and make it happen. He seemed open to new experiences.
You know, I'm so excited about this. The company that makes those, are they publicly traded on the stock exchange?
I'm not sure. We should look it up. Can you look it up?
We should look it up.
Yeah.
We should look it up. If it's one of Elon Musk's companies, though, I'm not sure. I'm so interested. But
look, I think he's more into spaceships than tricycles. You know, he's been.
Yeah, but he shot one of his cars into space. Maybe that is a promotional stunt. We could have a bunch of the tricycles shot into geosynchronous orbit.
Maybe it could be the first tricycle to the moon. It is travel size to the convenience.
There you go.
It's lightweight.
There you go. Absolutely. I like that. But then that goes back to the mountain bike question, because the moon is definitely not a city street.
This is true. Maybe we can make some suggestions on adjustments. You know, maybe some thicker tires, something that's a little more all-terrain. Recommend maybe some graphite suspension on this puppy. You know, and then take it for a little test in the desert.
That makes complete sense to me.
I've never been to New Mexico, so this would be a great excuse.
And then you could charge the trip off. It's a business expense.
Deduct it, baby. Tax deduct it.
It's all about the tax breaks. It's all about the tax breaks on this show. I come from a tax background, so I'm always looking out for people to come on the show, help them out with that.
Nice. Look, this is a lot of potential to go a long way. Yeah.
Do you think your daughter might like to use that? Or would you
if we painted it pink, there was a pink model, she would she'd totally be up for it. Yeah, totes.
I'm sure. So Barbie model, maybe in the Mattel time.
No, I don't think just kids would be into that right now. It's trending like crazy.
Exactly.
Hot pink. Ooh, hot pink.
That is.
But that sparkle, that's next level. There's got to be a whole slew of people who are going to love sparkle, not just the ladies. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah. I like sparkles. Why not? Sure. I'm sparkly right now, right?
You are naturally sparkly.
Oh,
it would only make sense to get you one that's a sparkly color.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Smaller the better. I was thinking of maybe getting a pet monkey and having them ride that around for me for my entertainment, but I don't know. Since that monkey uprising a few years ago, I'm kind of worried about that. The whole Planet of the Apes movie,
Look, there are a lot of diseases that have transversed from animals to humans, and it's never ended well. Let's be honest. And ground zero tends to be with the animals. So look, I love animals, but when it comes to tricycle riding, I feel like that's just a little step away from laboratory. So I try to be clear of too controversial with the animals, but
Right.
you know, maybe small children.
Maybe small children. They're almost the same as monkeys. No, wait, I didn't say that.
Look, it depends on the child. Some are.
Oh, that's awful. Well,
Look,
but I agree with you, but it's awful.
look, when they go to daycare, they transmit some crazy diseases.
That's
Let's be
right.
honest.
The
There's
germ factories.
not that much different to laboratory patient zero situation. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Are there daycare rabies vaccines? I don't
Look,
know.
the DVR1 sounds like a very probable vaccine to me.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Oh, I remember when my children were young. They're little drooling, crying messes. It's like, I didn't know what to do with it. But you really like that tricycle, don't you?
I really do. It's surprisingly light. I did have to switch hands just because it's kind of shoulder height, but it's surprisingly light. It's yeah. Considering it took my body weight, I'm very impressed.
Well, carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there in the box? Is there a tire kit?
Tire kit. Did you order one? I hope there is.
I usually like to buy the accessories at the same time that I get a new asset because I like to maintain. I'm quite particular about maintaining my assets.
Oh, here you go. There was one.
Okay, great.
It might be a little scratched though, but here you go. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, it's a little beat up, but you know, the boxes, they come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised most things don't get broken in boxes, you know, considering I put that in the little satchel at the back of the thingy and then put the lid down. It's they've got the back flaps, the saddlebags have these cute little flaps with tiny little buckles that if you want to put them up, you don't have to do up the bus like a big bicycle. You don't have to do up your buckles, but they do make a bit of noise flapping around if you don't do them up.
Oh, okay.
It's good to do them up occasionally if you're going to go long distances.
Yeah, long distance. Yeah, long distance tricycle riding. I've done a little bit of that in Europe. I've had a few occasions to do that, mostly in the Netherlands. Though again, mountain tricycling is a little bit beyond my skill level, but
yeah, it's that third wheel. It can be quite tricky.
Yeah, rocks and
bushes, trees, snakes, bears.
Oysters.
Yeah. It can sometimes. What did you oysters? Did you say?
Oysters, yes. They're a big hazard.
Oh, oysters.
Oysters, yeah, they're a big hazard on mountain biking trails, as I understand. Yeah.
Wow.
I read that on
this. I've never heard about this. Why are oysters a problem on mountain biking trails?
Well, it has something to do with the kind of terrain and the way the water runs off. On mountain biking trails, it tends to cause this pooling. And there's a breed of oyster that's been actually biologists feel that it's become trying to become terrestrial. So terrestrial oysters. So they're kind of invading. There's this whole you're getting into one of my specialties now. There's this whole trend in biology and diversity is with the global warming, right, and the sea levels rising, right, is that the sea creatures are starting to invade the land more and more. So first it was the snails and the arthropods, and now it's the mollusks and the clams and the oysters and that. So the oysters seem to be the pioneers. They're trying to find new territory on the land, and it's just becoming ugly.
I didn't know that they could transverse to those pools. Do they have legs secretly? Do oysters secretly have legs?
What they've done is you're familiar with the concept of symbiosis?
No, break it down for me.
Yeah, well, basically, it's where two organisms cooperate to their mutual benefit. So it's the mollusks, the sea slugs, and then the snails. They basically carry the oysters on their shells. The oysters attach, and they get carried on their shell inland. And
wow.
So the mountain biking trails actually provide a natural kind of bed, where water will flow during rainstorms, and they'll be able to travel up. And they just travel, a few meters per storm, but years and years and years, they can get all the way up into the Alps.
That's amazing.
It is.
Wow. Who would have thought snails and clams or oysters? What did we say? Oysters? Were they oysters?
Oysters, yeah. Oysters.
Yeah, that they would. That's heavy for a snail. Man, snails are so robust.
They are. They're sneaky too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other day I saw one trying to walk off with my bacon. It was like
With your bacon?
my bacon. I was cooking bacon.
Unbelievable.
I left it on the counter.
Slugs, man. Oh, sorry, snails. Slugs are different.
Yeah. Slugs are snails without shells. Yeah, they're the poor cousin of the snail.
True. It's kind of like, that's rough being a slug. Look, I appreciate a nice home, warm home to be in. I would be better off as a snail than a slug personally. Although I do like to travel, there'd be something lightweight about not having a shell to have to carry around.
Absolutely. But
what would you prefer to be, a slug or a snail?
Well, people have called me slugly, so I think they meant it to be pretty cruel insult. When I was a kid, I didn't really understand, but now that I've gotten older, it's pretty clear that they were insulting me. So definitely a snail. Definitely a snail, not a slug. Not a slug. The shell. Some of those snail shells are quite magnificent. I mean, you talked about sparkles earlier, right?
Yeah.
There are some that literally have iridescence, like opal. And they're, and that's the other interesting thing about the oysters becoming terrestrial is that they make pearls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now pearl harvesting, if we can somehow work out a deal with the snails, the mollusks in general, maybe we can do pearl harvesting much more easily. But, I would want to be a snail. Want to be a snail, definitely. Maybe
the tricycles could be used for the harvesting.
They could. Absolutely. I think that's perfect.
I think we're onto something. Might have to keep this under wraps for a while we get all the pieces into place.
Absolutely. Yeah. Alpine snails and alpine oysters.
Alpine oysters and a carbon tricycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fun for the whole family. I can see it now.
Exactly. On this idea, our empire will be built. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're brilliant. Oh, this is just amazing.
I think that was a beautiful circle end to the improv. How did we go? How long?